Heyo, and welcome back to another video here on Toaiko. It's been a crazy couple of days. So if you haven't checked out the last couple of videos, you may have seen me at least once in this t-shirt in those videos. You need to go check them out. And at the time of me recording this, oh, weird. There's nothing else but Max in this tank. And also, who knows what's gonna happen with this tank? And double also, there's nothing in that tank. And triple also, the leads aren't ran yet. So if you're like, what is going on? Well, why haven't you subscribed? Why are you not a member here at the channel? And not YouTube member, but just why are you not here watching the videos? And if this is your first video, welcome. This is my fish domain. It is my fish room in my garage. It is a fantastic room in my opinion, just because I love it. I love getting to come in here, chill, and just watch the fish. We've got all kinds of things, turtles, saltwater, freshwater, breeding, aquaponics, tilapia that are growing out, all kinds of things. So you're gonna wanna stick around and much more to come. And if you like fuzzy friends, don't worry. We've got a husky, 2 rabbits, 2 chinchillas, and a hedgehog, which is still fluffy. And we've got all of that we will be making more videos about soon as well, because they were the first animals that we had, we being me and my beautiful girlfriend. But today is about none of that. Today is about a rare happenstance. So just to give you a little bit of background on myself in the aquarium hobby. I grew up with fish constantly in the house. I remember there was always a fish tank. I had the neons. I had a catfish that was way too big for the whatever tank we had. It was probably a common pleco. We had the whole nine, right? Like I am no stranger to fish tanks, and neither is my family. We love the ocean, we love nature, we love everything, the whole nine. We want to make sure that this place is taken care of. So when I moved out, I ended up getting a 20-gallon, which was way too small in retrospect. I think I had a couple of Dalmatian mollies in there, maybe like I think I had a female betta in there. It was every fish keeper's nightmare when they actually know what they're doing. And it actually turned out well. I did a fish in cycle with no loss. I had an auto sinkless, that was another one. I think I had like a hatchet fish. It was a hodgepodge. It was what you shouldn't do as a first time fish keeper. And I did it, and luckily did not have any loss and was very successful. However, I had males and females of the mollies. And what happens when you have males and females of molly fish? You get fry. So I got a 10-gallon, which again, an uncycled 10-gallon for a fry tank. Wow, talk about being ambitious. And again, I somehow made it work. I did a fish, basically a fish in cycle of one of the mollies, and mollies are pretty hardy fish. Really, most Livebearers are pretty hardy fish. And even talking to you guys, I'm just mesmerized by my tanks. I'm just sitting here looking at them. But basically, I am going to be down in a certain city picking up those and picking up those from the last 2 videos. And while I was getting ready and everything, I stumbled upon a notification of, hey, I'm looking at rehoming X things, right? And what they are molly fish. So I am fortunate enough where I actually get to go get 2 basically full-grown mollies, and they are a breeding pair of mollies. I think, and I just hearing their disposition, they're in a shrimp tank, and apparently they're very calm mollies. I think because this is slowly becoming kind of like the community tank, I'm going to put them in here because they're 3-inch mollies. Mollies are not super aggressive. Again, I bred them in college. Somehow I grew out the fry in that 10-gallon, and somehow I made it work, where it was a 20-gallon and a 10-gallon, and I bred mollies and sold them. I still, to this day, do not understand. Even being the kind of fish keeper I am now with all these systems, I don't get how I made it work, but I somehow did. Not for very long, because then that relationship ended and got out of there, but and left the tanks and so on and so forth. But I think they're gonna go in here. I think it's gonna be fine. Maybe I don't see the bristlenose as much, but also they've got 3 angelfish in here, and they're the kings of the tank. The bristlenose are the kings of the tank, and I don't think 2 peaceful mollies are going to change that. So that's going to be tentatively what it is. Worst case scenario, if that doesn't work out, I've got plenty of other tanks that I can put them in. I don't want to put them in with the turtles just because they're kind of small ish, and they're black, and it's a black aquarium, very dark aquarium, so who knows, we'll see. But I'm super excited. I think it's gonna work out fine, especially because I'm gonna be setting up some other stuff as well, and we'll be getting it done. But let's go fill up the 5-gallon. They're actually gonna be riding with the polar parrots. I don't want them in with the angels. I want the angels by themselves, and we're gonna be getting it taken care of. So let's get it going. So what we got is what were listed as black mollies, but they were wrong. They were given black mollies for free by Petco. Apparently they were huge, and Petco was like, whoa, we've never had mollies this big before. Yeah, because they're full grown and you sell adolescent to juvenile mollies, so makes sense, but that's beside the point. But they're actually gold dust mollies. I don't quite think they're gold doubloon mollies because they just have the dusting under their chin, but we have 2 of them. Apparently they're a breeder pair, and from what they were saying, because I haven't actually gotten a good look at them, for what they were saying, they think that the female might be holding and might be pregnant. They just referred to it as pregnant, but of course it's holding well, I guess it would be pregnant because they're a live bearer, but it's neither here nor there, to be honest. And let's go ahead and drop that there. But we also got 2 other fish. So what we also got was 2 tiger guppies. So if I could find my phone, where did I put my phone? Oh my gosh, I am losing this thing 24/7. Where in the world is my phone? Forget it. Where is the brine shrimp? I can't find any flashlight, any source of light. I found the brine shrimp light. So if we go ahead and look down at the top, and let me go ahead and actually flip this so I can make sure you guys are seeing something. But at the bottom there, those huge masses, and I definitely agree, she is 100% pregnant or bloated. But the 2 things up top, those are the guppies. She called them tiger guppies. We'll see if that's the case. And right down there, that's a dead shrimp because she netted out a dead shrimp and then did not put it back. She just was so gracious and let me keep the shrimp. So good for that. And what is all over her? I might need to look at that fish before I put it in with the other fish. It looks like there's something on her side. I don't know what it is though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let me grab out the guppies. Let me look at them a little bit more. Okay, so upon further inspection, let me see if I can get what I was concerned about is that, like, those lacerations, but I think it's just fins that have been torn off because of the way that they were netted into. Yeah, because it just looked like pussy sores from the top, but once you look at them from the side, you can see that it's just scales. Like, that's too perfect of a pattern and too scale-like, but she is definitely, like, without a doubt, she is pregnant. So they are actually going to go in that aquarium right there, the what's turning into a community aquarium. So yeah, they're gonna go in there, and then these things, the tiger guppies or whatever they are going to go up there in the 20-gallon. So I'm going to do that now, and here, let me just flip you guys around. I'm gonna do that now, and then you will probably not hear from me again until tomorrow morning when I come back and I show you guys the mollies. Maybe they've given birth by then, and the what are they called? The guppies. The guppies up in the 20. Kind of just from memory, incubation period for a molly is 28 days, and 28 days they kind of look like a balloon. So she might be ready to pop soon, but we're gonna go ahead and put them into the community aquarium, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it has been a whole day. So it's actually almost completely 24 hours, if I could flip this down and turn it around. Naturally, as this water is kind of green, let's stand back and try and get them. And it's got a black background, and they're very dark fish. There they are in the background. So that small one is the male that's going back and forth very quickly. And then the female is the big the one that looks pregnant, or at least egg-bound. Now again, I used to breed these, and because they are live bearers, they do have to rub their vents together basically. And what I saw earlier, and especially from the way that they were talking, it seems like she's just now gotten bigger recently. I saw the male rubbing up against the female almost like he was trying to fertilize. So maybe she's egg bound, and they're just trying to, I almost said ferment, fertilize the eggs, which means it's going to be towards the beginning of the whole process. Like he looked like he was about to do it again. But then if we come up here to the 20 gallon and we look towards the back, the guppies are doing fantastic. They are pretty much staying together, staying towards the top of the aquarium, and they're playing in the bubbles right now for whatever reason. I love seeing fish like playing the bubbles because they're just like wet pets, man. Like it's just they get to go, they get to play in the bubbles, but they are swimming around, having a fantastic time, and pretty stoked. So it was a fun little excursion. I'm glad that that post literally came up for the black mollies, which again, I think they're actually gold dust mollies, but the post for the black mollies popped up, I kid you not, like I think 30 minutes before I was supposed to leave, or maybe an hour before I was supposed to leave, and it was like posted for 22 minutes, something to that nature. But yeah, I was super stoked when I saw it because like I've said multiple times in the video, it's the fish I started breeding first. So I think it's pretty cool. It holds a heart, or a special place in my heart. Now granted, the fish that I tried to breed is it was just a floater that was stuck to her. I thought she just laid. I was like, whoa, okay, that's faster than I thought. But it's not Dalmatian mollies, but who knows, maybe we'll get a colony of Dalmatian mollies at one point. But these mollies are huge. The female is pushing 4.5 inches, maybe 5, and the male is pushing 3. So I mean, they're rather healthy mollies. So the person that had them prior to the person that I got them from definitely knew what they were doing, because apparently the people I got them from got them for free from Petco or PetSmart or whatever, and the people at Petco and PetSmart were amazed, which we already kind of talked about. But yeah, so whoever had them initially that then surrendered them back to Petco, they knew what they were doing. But I'll stop rambling on. If you did enjoy, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more. Next video, I think I'm going to work on something a little interesting, because with the layout of the fish room right now and my plans to raise these and put the tanks over it and then rack those 55s and maybe put a 20 gallon above it, I think I'll have enough room, question mark, maybe 20 gallon long, not 20 gallon high. I would definitely not have enough room for a 20 gallon high, but maybe a 20 long, and I'll figure it out. Definitely I'll have enough room for the 255, so maybe I put the 20 long somewhere else. But my plans and my thought is actually to have, and I'll think this through, and maybe this is next video, or maybe it's a video far down the road, who knows. But my thought process is actually to have kind of like a cart, or like some shelves right here. But the idea, and by right here I mean like next to the 55, but also next to the sump, so in this like space right here. And my thought process is to basically have it include like all the stuff that's just floating around the room right now. So like the food, instead of being there, would be on the cart shelves. The conditioners might stay here, probably not, would be over by the shelves. The brine shrimp stuff would stay here because that just makes sense, and maybe the conditioners would stay here as well. But like this stuff that's just in the corner, all the testing supplies on the cart, the stuff that's down here on the cart, and then stuff that's maybe over here right now, like the USB air pumps, or one of the 10 rechargeable air pumps that I have now, which I'm glad I have them, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks that need them, plus whatever's inside. So really I could do with a couple more, because they last 6 hours and then 12 hours. So maybe, as crazy as it sounds, I might end up buying just a few more so I can run. Well, I guess the axolotls have 2. The 20 gallon has 1. So I would only need like 1 more, I think, something like that. But it would be nice to have like 1 rechargeable one for every single tank, because that's going to be far cheaper than if I were to buy like a huge battery backup that can run everything, which is eventually the plan. But I'm talking like, how can I do this fast and economical? But just to have like stuff readily accessible, so that way I can just come over here, grab it from the shelf, and take it where I need to be. But I still want access to get out of the garage, so my other plan for that is just have it on casters. Because if I have it on casters and I lock the casters, then it's not gonna move from here, but I can open up the garage, unlock the casters, and even just roll it into here, this dead space right here, or roll it out into the driveway and then get stuff in the garage and then roll it back in and close the garage. Like there's so many things that I could do with it, but I'll figure that out. It's definitely something that I'm going to do. I just don't know when. I don't know at what point I am going to do it, but nevertheless, I'm super stoked. I'm also still thinking about putting a 20-gallon quarantine tank right over there in the corner or something. Who knows what, but something's probably gonna go over there at some point, but we'll figure it out. But hopefully you enjoyed. Like I said earlier, like, subscribe, comment down below also if you want to see me have certain kind of fish. And we almost caught Maxine, and then she retreated back into her little cave. But see you guys in the next one.